Mathew Jacob.
Thank you.
The imperfect Mathew Jacob.
My wife was smart. She was bright. She was the most beautiful woman in the world. That was till the day we married. Till marriage, she was just perfect. Suddenly, she stopped being the most beautiful, not so bright, not so smart. My wife was imperfect. Now, if you have an imperfect wife or a husband, would you please raise your hand? Oh, thank you. That is some consolation. And those who did not raise your hand, I hope you get married soon. Mr. Contest Chair, Toastmasters, and anybody who likes perfection. When my daughter, Cindy, was born, I was on top of the world. The perfect child. I was sure that she would grow up to be Miss Perfect. She danced well, she played well, she studied well, she was the class topper. She was the best in everything she did. In my dreams. In reality, not once she topped a class. Cindy was growing up to be a loser, imperfect. She wanted to do engineering. All that I told her was, get admission in an IIT. That loser joined some engineering college, killing all my expectations. Cindy and I grew apart. We hardly spoke. I paid her fees, bought her books, but never asked about her studies. I rarely visited her college. Who would bother about a loser? She reached the final semester somehow. One day, she gave me an invitation for a function in the college. I'm busy. A few minutes later, she came back to me with the invitation letter in hand and a tear in her eye. Daddy, please, just one time, please, come to the college. Well, I couldn't say no to her tears. I went to the college. Her class teacher was very excited to see me. Cindy's father. Finally, I get to meet you. Sir, I'm so glad that you have come. She invited me for a cup of tea. Sir, I'm very curious. How come? Cindy is such a lovely kid. How come you don't show any interest in her studies? You don't come to college? You don't meet any of us? Lovely kid? She never topped a class. She didn't get admission in an IIT. What do you mean lovely kid? She is a loser. She is imperfect. The teacher was silent for quite some time. Then she asked me, sir, when you were a student, were you always a class topper? Did your not being a topper prevent you from reaching wherever you have reached in life today? Are you a loser? Sir, how many toppers can be there in a class? I had no answers. Sir, your imperfect daughter, with all her imperfections, today holds 4 job offers from 4 different companies. We are going to announce it today. She is a co-founder of a charity organization in the college. Did you know that? Sir, your daughter may not have topped a class, but she has done well in many other areas. Sir, I am very proud of my student. The college is very proud of her. And she walked away. It was like a slap on my face. The function finished by 1 o'clock, but I stayed there till 4, till Cindy finished her class. I saw her in a different light. After many years, we properly spoke. We went home together. While walking, I held her close to me. I'm so sorry. I was all wrong. And I'm really proud of you, my child. Ladies and gentlemen, is it necessary that people in our life are all perfect? Are you perfect? What is perfection? Perfection is only a figment of our imagination. You're Prince Charming. You happily lived ever after. This exists only in folk tales. Forget the word perfection. Well, I have learned to value the imperfect people in my life. Do you know, today, according to me, who is the most beautiful woman in the world? The smartest, the brightest? Well, it's not my wife. She is still imperfect. But what I've realized is she is the perfect person to be my wife. Toastmasters. Everybody in this world is imperfect. But it is possible to make a perfect relation even when people are imperfect. Let us build our life perfect by accepting the imperfect. Mr. Contest Chair. Photographer.